Why UFOs are suddenly everywhere. As we gaze up at the skies, we often think of the vastness and the endless possibilities that it holds. Yet, as the world grapples with unprecedented challenges, a new and puzzling trend has emerged: the appearance of unidentified flying objects. These UFOs have been reported all over the world, and in recent weeks, the sightings in the US have been on the rise. Even more intriguing, some of these objects have been shot down, leaving experts and officials scrambling to figure out their origins and purpose. The sudden appearance of these mysterious objects has left many questions unanswered. Could this be a sign of extraterrestrial life or technology? Or is there a more plausible explanation? To understand the sudden surge in UFO sightings, we need to look back at history. Unidentified flying objects have been reported for decades, with some of the most famous cases dating back to the 1940s and 50s. However, the recent uptick in sightings has caught the attention of the public and authorities alike. Join me as we delve into the fascinating and thrilling world of UFOs and try to uncover the truth behind the recent surge in sightings and encounters. On November 14, 2004, the U.S. Nimitz, one of the largest aircraft carriers of the U.S. Navy, was preparing for deployment to the Persian Gulf. While at about 100 miles off the coast of San Diego, California, radar technicians aboard the Nimitz detected multiple objects descending from about 60,000 feet to 50 feet in a matter of seconds, moving at very high velocities. These objects hovered for a short time and then departed with advanced acceleration capabilities. Initially, the radar techs thought that their radar system had malfunctioned, so they recalibrated their systems. However, the signal remained, and the objects continued to be detected. After tracking these objects for about 2 weeks, the Navy decided to send out the McDonnell Douglas F/A-18 Hornet, an all-weather twin-engine designed as both a fighter and attack aircraft, to investigate this object as it appeared to be quite strange. As the Navy pilots arrived on the scene, they noticed something strange about the object. It appeared to be a cross-shaped object, the size of a massive airplane, submerged under the surface of the water, and above it, the water was boiling. Just above the boiling water, an object was hovering, moving in a random and unpredictable pattern, like a ping-pong ball. The Navy report describes this object as an elongated egg, or tic-tac, that was uniformly white across its entire body and approximately 46 feet in length. While investigating the unprecedented visitor, one of the pilots decided to get a closer look and turned his jet towards the object, while the other pilot stayed back to get a wider view. As the pilot got closer, the object appeared to be aware of their presence and moved towards them. As it crossed paths with the spacecraft, it suddenly accelerated and disappeared in less than half a second, with no visible propulsion, wings, or any other means of propulsion. As the pilots were heading back to the aircraft carrier, they received a radio call from one of their crew members, who told them that the object had reappeared 60 miles away. The Navy then sent out another jet to investigate, this time with an infrared camera attached to it. The camera recorded the tic-tac-shaped object again, showing that it was flying without any visible propulsion or energy source. Suddenly, the object blasted away and disappeared from the camera's view in the blink of an eye. What's even more interesting, this incident is one of the most well-documented and credible UFO sightings in history. While this may sound far-fetched, it goes to tell that UFOs have been long in existence than we think. The U.S. Nimitz incident is just one of many similar sightings that have been reported around the world in recent years. In fact, the Pentagon confirmed the authenticity of several other videos showing encounters between U.S. military pilots and unidentified aerial phenomena, UAPs, which were captured between 2004 and 2015. These videos, which were previously leaked, showed fast-moving objects that could not be identified or explained. Since then, there have been a growing number of reports of similar sightings across the world. In April 2020, the Pentagon officially released 3 more videos showing UAPs, which have been circulating online for years. These videos had been released by the New York Times and were confirmed by the Pentagon to be authentic, with no evidence of tampering or alteration. But why are UFO sightings suddenly on the rise? Are we being invaded? During his presidency, Ronald Reagan, an avid science fiction enthusiast, once famously queried his Soviet counterpart, Mikhail Gorbachev, about whether the Soviet Union would be willing to pause the Cold War and join forces with the United States in the event of an extraterrestrial invasion. The thought of a common threat from beyond the stars driving two superpowers together may have seemed like a far-fetched idea at the time. However, the current state of affairs seems to be straining U.S.-Sino relations to the brink. Following the shooting down of a 200-foot-tall balloon that was alleged to be a Chinese surveillance device off the coast of South Carolina, the U.S. Navy has since shot down 3 other smaller, unidentified objects over Alaskan airspace, northern Canada, and Lake Huron. The Pentagon has not confirmed the objects to be balloons, though some officials have described them as such. As scary as it might sound, the U.S. government has reportedly shifted its focus towards them. Recently, the Pentagon and U.S. intelligence agencies have released a report on hundreds of unidentified anomalous phenomena, UAPs, where it was discovered that 163 out of the 366 cases examined were classified as balloons or balloon-like objects. While some have entertained the notion that these objects may be of extraterrestrial origin, such claims are still shrouded in mystery. In fact, at least one of these objects has been confirmed to have come from China, and others are speculated to have originated from the same country. So why are UFO sightings suddenly on the rise? There are several factors that could contribute to this phenomenon. One possible reason is the increase in advanced technologies, such as drones and other unmanned aerial vehicles, which could be mistaken for UFOs. Another reason is the increase in public awareness and interest in UFOs, which has led to more people reporting sightings. Furthermore, the recent confirmation by the U.S. government of the existence of UAPs has sparked a renewed interest in UFOs and has led to more people coming forward with their own experiences. The government's admission of the existence of UAPs has also led to increased scrutiny and investigation of these objects, which could be contributing to the rise in reported sightings. Additionally, some experts believe that the recent surge in UFO sightings could be related to an increase in extraterrestrial activity, possibly due to the increased attention on our planet and the current state of affairs. It's important to note that while there is no concrete evidence to suggest that these objects are of extraterrestrial origin, it is a possibility that cannot be ruled out. Whatever the reason behind the surge in UFO sightings, it is clear that this phenomenon is not going away anytime soon. With more people reporting sightings and more attention being paid to these objects, it is likely that we will continue to hear about them in the news and in our everyday lives. Whether they are advanced technologies, natural phenomena, or something else entirely, the mystery of UFOs remains unsolved, leaving us with more questions than answers.